Space Jam: A New Legacy is god-awful. Let's talk about it. So, I could have done this review, like, a week ago, but I didn't, because I watched this the same day I watched Troll Hunters. Like, I watched the Troll Hunters movie, and then almost immediately after, I watched Space Jam 2. And I was already kind of in a bad mood when I started this, because, if you saw my Troll Hunters review, you know I was really loving the film, and then the ending completely pissed me off. It just pissed me right off. So, that was almost, I could have called that a 5 out of 5 had it not been for that shitty ending. So, I was already kind of pissed off when I started Space Jam: A New Legacy. Had it had a good ending, I would have been in a really good mood watching this. But no, I was already pissed off, and not only that, I knew I was going to hate this for 2 reasons. 3, actually. 1, who was asking for this? No one asked for a Space Jam 2. 2, I don't like the first one. First one's also a piece of shit. And 3, I fucking hate LeBron James. He's such an egotistical crybaby, and I can't stand him. He's an overrated piece of shit, and he's not a very good person either, so I don't feel bad about tearing into this. So, like I said, I hate the first one. It's a stupid film. It's not funny. It's not interesting. It makes no goddamn sense. It's not even fun to watch. It's just boring. It doesn't help that Michael Jordan is not a good actor. I have nothing against him personally, and he's actually a very good basketball player, but he can't act at all. And from what other people have said, LeBron James has been in other stuff. Apparently, he can act. This movie sure doesn't show it. His performance is bland as fuck, and he's playing himself, so that's kind of pathetic. And not only that, this is possibly the most shameless vanity project I've seen outside of The Postman. And you see The Postman with Kevin Costner? No? Good. Don't. It's a god-awful movie, but this is shameless. It's fucking ridiculous. How much this movie just hoards itself to LeBron James. So, I'm surprised LeBron James didn't have a screenplay credit on this. And the movie refers to him as King James like 50 times in the entire thing. I got fucking... Every time they said it, I wanted to kill myself. I wanted to freaking hit myself over the head with a brick. Because, God... Okay, I'm gonna try to avoid talking about James as much as possible, because if I end up going into all the reasons I hate LeBron James, this is gonna be a 3-hour video, and I don't think my camera has the battery for it. So, I'm gonna keep this review as short as possible, otherwise this is gonna turn into one of my 30-minute rants. So, the plot for the first movie was that the Looney Tunes were up against this, like, alien race that wanted to make a theme park, or a theme attraction for their theme park with the Looney Tunes. And Looney Tunes challenged them to a basketball game, and then the aliens got, like, extra power, so they brought LeBron James to help them. It's a stupid story, and it doesn't make much sense, but I can buy it but for a Looney Tunes movie, I can buy it. What the fuck was the plot with this? His son, like, LeBron's son, Dom, he, like, does this, like, video game stuff, and they're trying to create this, and Warner Brothers is trying to create this technology that can, like, implement somebody into any movie or show, and there's a guy named LG Rhythm, fucking stupid name, played by Don Cheadle. I'm not sure what James Rhodes is doing slumming it in this piece of crap, but whatever. So, and he, like, sucks LeBron James and his son into the Cyberverse, which sounds too much like Snyderverse, and I hate it. I hate both of them, and then he tells LeBron, in order to get your son back and to get out of here, you have to play my team in a basketball game. He uses Dom to make this huge team with this like basketball video game Dom created, and James, like, goes to get the Looney Tunes to help it. It's so stupid. This is way stupider than the first movie. I don't know what the writers were on when they made this, but if I were their boss, I would have said, "What are you smoking? Throw it out, and you're fired." Like, whatever they were smoking, clearly that shit needs to be turned into the authorities. Because, good God, this is stupid. And the jokes are lazy, like, none of them hit. There was this one really stupid gag that I was almost funny, but then when I really thought about it, I thought it was really stupid, and a slap in the face to fans of the original when it's at the end of the game, like, the Looney Tunes, just like the first movie, are getting their asses kicked at halftime, and then they're saying Michael Jordan is coming, like, they found Michael Jordan in the stands, and I'll give you three guesses, the first two don't count, of what the joke is. Yeah, it's Michael B. Jordan, who was in the first movie, I'm pretty sure. I think he played one of the basketball players. I could be wrong, but at least there's a guy who looks a lot like Michael B. Jordan. And that joke was, if you were a fan of the first movie, I'm not, so it didn't bother me as much, but if you're a fan of the first movie, that's gotta be a huge slap in the face, since Michael Jordan doesn't even show up at the rest of the film either. He never shows up. So, that's kind of a small detail, but it just shows how lazy this movie is that they're that desperate with the jokes. None of them hit. There are too many blatant I know references are a huge part of pop culture. Like, I'm fine with a few references, but this is freaking ridiculous. Looney Tunes, this is a Looney Tunes movie, right? Right. This thing references Game of Thrones like 3 times. A show no kid watches. Most kids aren't allowed to watch, and if they are, the authorities should probably have a talk with their parents, but not the point. It references Game of Thrones, it of course throws the Iron Giant in there, because as if he wasn't whored out enough with Ready Player One. This feels like Ready Player One, even though it's even worse. I didn't like Ready Player One. This is more like Ready Player Suck. This is just a terrible movie. I can't even... I'm able to break this down detail by detail most of the time, but no, it's just everything here is bad. I just can't specify. Even with Zack Snyder's Justice League, I was able to point out every single thing it did wrong. I didn't even get close to mentioning everything, because I would have needed a 5-hour video for that. Mine was like 25 minutes. I would have needed like 10 times the length I used. But still, I was able to break down what didn't work. This one, I just can't, because it's so fucking stupid. It's just so bad. Oh my god. I need to take a second. So the climax of this film's maybe half-hour basketball game, and not only... because it's the way James's son, Dom, the way he made the game, where there's like extra... you build up extra points with, like, style points and all this other crap like you see in other games. So, and there's certain, like, power-ups you can pick up and all that other stuff. This goes on for, like, 30, 40 minutes. And it is unimaginative as all hell. There is not a shred of creativity going on here whatsoever. Even the Goon Squad is such a stupid name. I get it rhymes with Toon Squad, but Jesus Christ. It's just half people, half something else, like half snake. It's basically just a human upper body with a snake. Or it's half spider. And then there's one robot that can control time, and if you weren't already sick of the slow motion sequences, this one will make you sick of it. Because X-Men's Quicksilver did it the best. Avengers Quicksilver did it every once in a while, and it did it pretty well. Justice League's Flash didn't really do it, and it didn't really need to. And when it did, it was just kind of poorly done. Because the scene where he has to tip Wonder Woman's sword back, that was lazy and uninspired. Even the Angry Birds movie did it better, where it has Chuck, is that his name? The yellow one, voiced by the annoying as hell Josh Gad, where he zips around and, like, messes with the pigs. That looked a lot like a Quicksilver scene from Days of Future Past, so X-Men did it best. And this one does it the worst, because it's just super stupid. And it's just lazy. Like I said, everything in this movie is utterly lazy. The story is cobbled together with, like, paper and glue. The cast isn't trying, as even Don Cheadle, his performance is terrible. He's a good actor. He does really well in the Marvel movies, but he is terrible here. James can't act in this, and neither can any of his family members. I don't think I'm not even sure if they're actually his family members. If they are, I don't really care, but either way, the people playing his family, they can't act either. The Looney Tunes aren't funny, and I don't know what's up with Lola Bunny. I didn't like her in the first movie because she had no personality. She has even less personality here, and it's voiced by Zendaya for no reason whatsoever, and she's just kind of bland. Like, it's not a terrible voice performance, but not only is she given a really stupid character, it's just not that great of a performance. No performance in this movie is any good. Even, like I said, even the voice actors of the Looney Tunes are kind of given it half effort, and the jokes they're given aren't helping them. In fact, that's probably why they're giving half effort, because they're like, we know this script is trash, we're just gonna power through it. So that's how this kind of feels. It's kind of, and Don Cheadle is kind of like similar to Bill Murray in the original. Good actor, bad performance in the movie. It's such an awful performance, and he's such a terrible character. It's such a stupid character. Like, jeez, I hit my tripod. So, as you can probably tell, this movie's garbage. You know it's you knew it was going to be garbage when you saw the trailer. It's so unfunny and unimaginative, it's ridiculous. I can't stand this film. This is one of the worst films of the year. It's not the worst one, because Justice League still holds that, because that one, like, pissed me off. That one was insulting to me, because I like DC usually, but the DCEU is making me hate DC, and so is its fan base. But Justice League was another disaster. This one was a sequel to a movie I already didn't like, a movie I wasn't looking forward to, and starred an egotistical piece of shit that I don't like, and most people don't like. So, this one was just a shameless and god-awful vanity project. It didn't insult me like Justice League did, because I knew I was gonna hate this. I didn't want to like this, and I thankfully didn't. So, 0 out of 5. I'm getting kind of sick of giving this score. This is the third time, and Army of the Dead probably could have gotten this, but I was trying to be a bit fair to that one. I probably shouldn't have been, but yeah, this is at least the third time, because with Tom and Jerry, and then Justice League, and now this crap. I'm getting sick. I'm just realizing now, all three of those films were Warner Brothers movies. Tom and Jerry, Justice League, Space Jam. Get your head out of your ass, Warner Brothers, and make some decent movies. Suicide Squad, like I said in my Flash review, Suicide Squad better not suck. If it does, I'm virtually giving up on DC and Warner Brothers as a whole. And apparently people are anticipating that Dune is going to be pretty good. It looks alright, but Warner Brothers, head out of ass. Just get your act together. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button for more reviews like this one, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.